Hi guys, to be able to tell you guys how to have like your best year yet, I'm gonna tell you how this year that just passed went for me and what I learned. So for the first 6 months, I wasn't really as organized as the last 6 months. And it has a lot to do with starting YouTube because on top of everything else, it just became too much for me. I was kind of forced to become more organized. I can't say that setting goals and intentions for myself has made a dramatic difference. So in the middle of like the last 12 months was when I started setting new goals for myself and intentions, and then that's when I started seeing improvements in my life. Another factor that played into my new version of myself was reading a lot of books. But then it came to the point where I had to kind of not read as many books because I feel like I was like consuming so much information from the books I was reading that I wasn't actually applying any of it. Like it was just in the back of my head. Once I stopped reading as much books, when I started seeing like a difference. First I was reading like psychology books and like understanding human nature, but I feel like it wasn't elevating me. I was like at a standstill point in my life for like the first 6 because I feel like I wasn't reading any books that were helping me incorporate new habits into my life until I started reading Atomic Habits. It wasn't until then that I feel like the journey I'm in my life accelerated the mindset that I have now, because in the beginning I was kind of just consuming all this information, so I wasn't at a slump, kind of like I said earlier, a standstill. And then once I read Atomic Habits, I had that spark. Setting short and long-term goals is extremely crucial, because if you aren't doing that, you're kind of letting someone else write your own book for you. Like, I feel like I have the blueprint to be successful. The more qualities you have, you're leveling up compared to how I am now to before. I prefer this version of myself. Now I'm unstoppable. Yeah, anyways, let's get on to the next thing in this video, which is goal setting. This is extremely necessary because if you don't know what goals to achieve, then really what are you striving to be? What are you working on towards every single day? Working mindlessly every day towards a version of yourself that you aspire to be, but not really sure of what that looks like. In order to become this version of yourself that you've made up in your head, you need to get really specific with what they look like and what do they accomplish. So goal setting and intention setting is what I'm going to be doing right now. So I know you guys saw yourself my goals for this year, but I want to go over like a little bit of them. Like I have a lot of new hobbies that I want to try because I feel like spending time by yourself requires like an activity. So I just want to try like pottery, hot yoga, journaling more, being more intuitive, be more aware about who I bring my energy around and protect that energy. Just work on myself more and not isolate myself by being so occupied. I want to go out and socialize as much as I like my alone time and just being with a few handful of friends. I do want to try and like socialize more and just like live life to the fullest. So the way that I make vision boards is by scrolling through Pinterest, adding all the pictures that I want to come to life for me throughout the year into one board. I did get some inspo from the board I made this past year that I didn't get to accomplish fully and that I plan to bring onto the new year. And once I've got all my photos picked out, I use the website Canva to put it into one template, and then for me to be able to remember what I'm working towards every single day, I set it as my phone lock screen as well as my laptop's background. Now that we've set our goals, we made a vision board, now it's time to journal and get our thoughts down about what we want to be like in the future, what qualities we want to bring in that we had from this past year, and which ones we want to leave behind, and which qualities we want to start having. I'm just going to take this time to really focus and see how I can improve myself for this coming year, because I feel like getting it down on paper kind of increases your likelihood of you achieving these things that were just flowing in your head. I'll put some prompts on the screen that I saw on Pinterest that you guys can also take from I got ideas from myself. You can use a sheet of paper, a journal, a laptop. You can use anything. I'm gonna be using my journal. Okay, so this is first page. Second page, here I wrote what my ideal life looks like. I put hobbies I want to have, some unique qualities from this past year. I didn't write down the ones that I don't want to have. I put what do I do for work, how do I prepare a self-care night for myself, like how do I make myself relax and feel calm, what skills do I have, and what do I not want to have and bring on from this past year. And now that I've set my goals, made a vision board, written down my new year resolutions, I'm going to be cleaning and decluttering. First we're going to be cleaning my room and then digitally Okay, yes, I clean every single day, but I don't deep clean every single day. What I would consider deep cleaning is just wiping off all the surfaces, my mirrors, getting a really good sweep and mop. To finish it all off, I just lighted some incense and get the new positive energy in here and getting rid of any negative vibes, because we don't want any negative energy when we're stepping into a new year as we're creating this fresh new version of ourselves. I just finished cleaning my room. It feels so nice in here. I feel like a whole new person. I feel like I've set the slate fresh for the new year. Since I don't deep clean very often, I'm gonna be going to clean my car since that's the second most frequent place I am at. We've set ourselves up for the new year and we basically have like a blueprint for the rest of the year and got it all organized and cleaned. It would only make sense to also digitally declutter. So first things first, deleting old photos, your recently deleted screenshots, all these little things add up throughout the year, and I feel like we don't really realize this because we don't set a certain day for ourselves to delete these things. Your mail, actually deleting your recently deleted or a folder of the mail trash is very important because your phone doesn't actually say that you have more storage until you do that. Apps that you no longer use, and reorganize your home screen. This is what my home screen currently looks like. Contacts of the people that are no longer present in your life or of the people who are toxic to you. Lastly, clean up your social media. Unfollow accounts of those people who don't really bring value to you anymore or that don't really have a purpose for that follow, because the information we're consuming from these accounts is still energy being passed on through you, and if it's not positive, that can mess with your energy. So you just want to be careful about what media you're consuming. And that's gonna be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you so much for watching.